Hey, y'all, that's right. It's another mental health moment. Today, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about unforgiveness and how it really affects your health. That's right. You choosing not to forgive people or yourself really impacts your mental health as well as your physical health. You might say, okay, Shra, what are you talking about? Let me just go through some of the symptoms just so you can see what I'm talking about that I looked up when it, entails um, unforgiveness and how basically it attacks your mental health as well as your physical, right? If you're experiencing bursts of anger, you're petty and impulsive, you're desperate to make them understand how you feel. You're compulsive. You're unable to reframe your experiences. You're not taking responsibility for your feelings. That's a good one. You're sick. See, for some time now, I've been actually just looking at, let me not say looking, but observing, some people. And I'm like, my goodness, the way they walk, the way everything about them is totally different. And then when you speak to the person, they often say, I've been to the doctors don't know what's going on. Um, I'm like, wow, why, right? Why? So after doing some research, I find that unforgiveness actually targets your brain and the way it processes everything. Your immune system begins to shut down because of you holding on to stuff from your past. Prime example, transparent moment. I was at an event a couple weeks ago, and I basically said I forgave a person, but I chose not to sit at the table with them because as soon as I walked in the door or I seen that person, a whole bunch of stuff just started stirring up, started reminding me, right, of what happened, the situation that happened some time ago. But I said I forgave them. But then again, I began to become petty. I became to become bitter. And then I realized as I was sitting there, I, in fact, really did not forgive that person. Because if I forgave them, by me seeing them would not change my mood. But then I began to evaluate and think about my own life and started thinking about over these past couple of weeks, some of the pains and some of the things that's been going on is because I've been sitting with unforgiveness. And a lot of times I find that I was looking to see the person so we can have a discussion. But every time that you choose to forgive somebody does not require a conversation with them. In fact, by you choosing to forgive them is more so for you. How many times have you heard that? Yes, that is exactly true because next thing you know, you're going to be dealing with anxiety. You're going to be dealing with depression. You're going to be dealing with life stress, right? And not be able to alleviate yourself from because you're constantly thinking about that situation with that person. When in all actuality, all that person did was just show you who they really are. We often will say, I trusted that person so much, I let them into my circle and they know so much about me. But then once they showed me who they really are and what their purpose was and the reason why they became attached to me, now I'm stressed. Now my anxiety levels held up because they have an opportunity to expose some things that I don't want to that I don't want out. Now they have some ammunition against me because of their motives weren't correct for being a part of my life. But now I'm holding them in bondage with unforgiveness, thinking that I'm harming them, but in actuality, I'm doing myself more harm. We need to learn to release people and forgive them and thank them for them showing us who they really are. You can forgive them, move on. But the other part we need to learn to do is forgive ourselves. Because we begin to ask ourselves, why did I allow someone to come into my life and I was that vulnerable? I allowed to give myself too much. I allowed them to come into my life too soon, or I gave them too much information. Forgive yourself. We're relational people. We're supposed to be in relationship with one another. We're supposed to be able to depend and lean on each other. If a person has a wrong motive, you're not responsible. I had this saying on my desk, and I don't know who the author is or anything like that, but it says, I am not responsible for what you say or how you think about me, but I am responsible for what I say or how I think about you. Let me say that again. I am not responsible for what you say or how you think about me, but I am responsible for what I say and how I think about you. Let's learn to forgive one another and be able to move on. A lot of this undiagnosed sickness or don't know where it's coming from could come from unforgiveness and you choosing not to forgive others as well as yourself. I want you to examine yourself today and try and figure out those areas that you need to forgive for real, whether it's yourself or others. Yes, it's a process. It's not overnight. But by forgiving will make your life so much better. I just want to thank everyone who took the time out to actually watch these videos, share these videos, and comments. I don't take it lightly. Um, if there's a topic that you want me to talk about or discuss, feel free to go ahead and leave it in the comment section. I'll pray about it. I'll sit on it for a while, and who knows? Your topic may be up here one week. So I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Have a blessed day.